with us here, we have someone so big all the way from northern Uganda, the CEO of Oroma TV. Let him take us through first.
I mean, you started an introduction on a different phase. So, guys, thank you so much those who are watching, wherever you're watching from. Normally people mistake me to be the CEO of Oroma TV.
That's what I actually knew.
Yeah, most people think I'm the CEO, But my name is Cedric Otolo. Bitoltol, everyone in Bitoltol calls me Bitoltol. So I come from Omolata.
The fisherman.
Yes, Omolata is actually my name comes from the fish.
Yeah.
You know, roasted fish. I mean, really roasted.
Otolo.
Yeah, Otolo is
Like Otolo.
So I come from Omolata, but I grew up in Lira most of the time. Since I was actually 6 years.
Okay.
No, from 6 I was in Kwale. I grew up in Kwale. And then I used to go to Lira most of the time, but right now I'm full-time.
He's a child of everybody.
Oh, true meaning
Yes.
of low migration.
Low migration, yeah, that's a low migration.
But you are not a low.
I mean, okay, let's leave that topic aside.
Yes.
I am a software engineer by profession. I also did something to do with AI and machine learning.
Okay.
I am a writer with 2 books about character. And if you want to buy, you can go to Amazon and also purchase. That's first class for me.
That's a
How many
great
books
CV there. That's a great CV there.
Yeah, so I am.
These people you tell them to clap, they have never even read one book.
No problem. They'll read from me. I mean,
These guys.
You, what book have you read apart from your P3 books?
At the end of the show, is going to leave us with a
Let me
copy
tell
of
you
the
something.
about that.
Let me tell you something. If you ask for my biography, if I started a biography, all of you would run.
okay.
Can you believe? And
You can I tell you your own biography?
tell me my biography.
It's so brief like you.
No.
As brief as you.
By the, let me tell you guys something.
Your biography is as brief as you.
When I was in the university, at the university first year and second year, I was an author. I wrote a book. I'm being honest. Actually, wait, no.
The only person who read it.
Someone told me this guy was a minister
No.
at campus, but he was too serious.
No, I'm
A very
telling you.
serious person in campus.
I'm telling you. You know me. I deal with evidence.
Was
My
that being
books are
serious
online.
or Isaac?
So we shan't.
Were you really a minister?
Me. I was a minister.
So first
what?
introduce us. First introduce yourself.
Okay, give us your
Okay, give us
biography.
your
First give us your biography.
Let's give him 2 minutes.
Let's just give you actually 3 minutes to introduce yourself.
Okay. Why are you laughing? My name. Don't be too serious.
You boys looking for his accent.
I'm by the names Yubu Onyong Jr. Langley, by tribe. No, I think I'm actually a naturally. Because my father is a naturally. Yes, I'm a naturally. My father is a naturally. And you guys, you might follow me. I don't trust you.
Tell us your biography. We have given you the floor.
The biography is done. That's why you can't
Not
continue
that
talking.
my biography, even if I don't tell you, even you also. Because when my biography was starting, part of the story was a baby.
Let him tell us, who are you?
Okay, you want to know me? My name is Timothy Opio. That's the name that I was born with, and my father is a Lami from Amolata. My mother is a Muganda from Mukono.
Yeah,
So
Amolata.
I'm a Lami from Amolata. Big ups to everyone from my place. I am a content creator. I'm a digital marketer. I'm a social media manager, and then I'm also an upcoming journalist. And then I'm also. Remind me, my profile is pouring.
That's a lot of CV.
We can go with
No.
That's a lot of CV for yourself.
Okay.
You can hold it right there.
I need the most important part, where I need the crowd from. Nextly, I don't want to call myself upcoming. I'm a brand new artist.
Yeah.
I'm a brand new artist. I don't want to call myself upcoming.
What's your
I've been
statement?
upcoming.
What's the
My
statement?
statement is COVID Teams, which I rebranded from Teams Asha. Most people who know me already know by the name Teams Asha, but I rebranded to COVID Teams, KOVIITIMS. Yeah, so at least I was able to wrap my profile. Not like you who can't even speak 2 words.
Now, let me tell you about myself. I want
He got morale.
No, wait.
from me.
I gave you.
No, not that I
You got morale.
Wait. You see the
What does
issue.
motivate
Ivan,
you?
for you a
You
pharmacist.
thank me for
For you,
motivating
wait. For you, what you know is Panadol, take Cloxy, what those things we know.
Moxley,
Someone said it
Cough,
earlier.
cough,
I've
what?
got it.
Conflictors.
Cough.
Conflicts.
You have like you're talking like you have.
Look at people with
you're
English
talking
TV.
like-
I don't even call
you're
cough
talking like-
leaders
you're talking
cough.
like- You're talking like you have a competitor in here.
Now,
Where have you gotten the motivation to start
no.
introducing yourself
you
again?
see, I am a detective.
Oh.
This guy is a journalist to me. You get? Now let me tell you what I have done. I'm a businessman. I am a broker.
Broker.
Yes. Broker, by the way, a broker is someone who mediates businesses.
Yeah, true.
That is true. I'm a journalist by profession. You get? I'm telling you, for you still in school, but I'm already in the profession. I'm a PR by profession with qualifications. I'm telling you.
Why does it look like you're attacking me?
No, I'm not attacking you.
It's just
Wait,
affirming his
wait.
points.
I'm telling you. You get? I am a director.
A director of what?
I own the NGO. Ivan knows about it. I'm still telling you. I am a landlord.
Should I betray you?
I've seen his house, by the way. I've seen his house.
I am a landlord. I am a civil servant. A politician in the making. You get? I am an author. That's the truth. I can share the books with you. And I've written more than 10 books. When I was at UCU,
Wow,
and I
that's
wrote for
amazing.
UCU and Uganda partners. You get? I'm
That's-
telling you. I am a singer. I am a songwriter.
That's singer part.
That's
Get
single
me.
part.
Jesus.
Wait,
Hey, you see, I'm still telling you people. You
Remember the song you were
It's
singing?
I'm
was
still,
later.
I'm still telling you guys
I've
what
already
I do.
introduced
You
myself.
get? I'm still talking. I've told you I'm a singer, I'm a songwriter, I am an actor. I am an actor. I've acted with the Crossroads. I've acted in Crossroads. Though my part was small. Then I
Like
died.
you.
Then
He died in the movie.
the movie. You get?
Because you're supposed to take that part.
So,
The part is supposed to be
I'm
small.
still telling you my profession. That is good. I studied something called artificial intelligence.
AI.
AI. That's what I studied.
You get. But now theirs is different from mine. Theirs is computerized, but mine is to deal with people's knowledge, thinking and understanding, studying human behaviors. You get. And from where?
Why is it artificial?
No, I'm still telling you.
First, let you
From
talk
where?
about
What
it,
makes it
see.
fully qualified? I did it from India. I did diplomacy and global studies. All those papers, I have them. If you want evidence,
We can bring it.
we can bring it. I am. Let me secure my
You
feet.
think you're ready for my introduction? Because I'm coming last.
There is Yubu has
You know,
made
his
our introduction
his
very
introduction-
small.
His introduction.
No, I've not made it very small. That's why, first of all,
But
You know what?
Yubu,
look at the guys. Look at
Congrats,
what
man.
you guys are using
Give me
to
your
take
hand.
soda. Look at me.
Our lovely viewers, I'm not going to introduce myself too much. He has already said a lot about himself.
For you don't have what we know, your cell phones. It's called what? Cell gadgets.
Select gadgets.
Cell gadgets.
Now,
You're a pharmacist.
Panadol.
Have a phone.
No, let's call it Panadol.
We have rebranded ourselves.
You
Now
sell Panadol.
we have rebranded ourselves from Select Gadgets. Now it's a full big thing. We're called Select Tech Solutions. We now provide, a broad kind of thing in that service. So with you
That's why I
guys,
was saying it was a plant kid.
first keep quiet. First keep quiet. Our lovely viewers, you have your daily host here, Mr. Ivan Sele. I'm not going to say another title that you is trying to put onto me. That's the best I can say. So, guys, how have you been?
Yeah, me, I think I've been good. I
Of
have
course,
a,
we can see.
That's what I can see on everyone's face. But with us today, we have a very interesting topic, guys. And the topic is about marriage. And thank God we have only
But to
gents
make
in the house.
matters worse, all of us are not married.
No, but we are
We have
married.
views about marriage, so we can
We are
share.
married.
Let-
Only one man is married.
So first,
Cameraman, sweet.
let's first get
For ladies outside.
Let's first get the topic.
He is a married-
First get to the topic.
What's the name of your wife?
Yubo, is marriage still something this generation believes in? Is marriage still something this generation believes in? I'm going to start with
Yeah,
Cedric.
let me start. First of all, when you say we are all not married, and we're talking about marriage, I want to put a disclaimer there.
Even me.
There are people who have never been to the US, but they can help you process a visa to go to the US.
Very true.
So I would say that there are things that we don't actually have to be in it to tell people how it's done. Because, bro, I can come to you and tell you, bro, you need to work hard to achieve whatever you're achieving, but I've never achieved anything. But you're going to listen to my statement.
True.
And then you're going to work to
Yeah, I want to
achieve.
disagree with Cedric.
It's tough.
No,
Listen,
Yibu, first let's
relax.
read some
We know you
words.
have a lot of words. Now, to me, I think marriage is still valued, but not rushed by a lot of people. Lots of young people still value marriage. They be like, when I grow up, I want to have a family, I want to have this and that, but they don't rush it. They don't rush marriage.
I think this generation marriage is rushed more than ever.
No, they want us to rush it. But to me, I see that it is valued, but not rushed.
We are the one who rush it. Nobody
No.
forces that to rush it.
Now,
Let's Cedric first.
giving an example, we focus a lot on career. Someone is trying to build their career. The only part where marriage is rushed, when, for example, your girlfriend is pregnant and you want to take her home, maybe you're fearing to pay the dowry and stuff, you have to start the process early because
Yeah.
if you don't do it, you pay double. So one, you have to commit to the families and say, you know what, I have this girl, I want to marry. But you're not married because, bro, you're ready. You're married because, boom, she's pregnant.
Are you trying to say expectations
Like,
versus reality?
Exactly. So I think, and two, people are trying to really focus on, money. They want to first get the money because, truth be told, there's a lot of commercialization in marriage right now. When you talk about marriage in Africa, we have like 3 sets of marriage. There is what we call first visits. In our language, we call it around. Here they call it kuchala and stuff. Then you go for the real traditional marriage, introduction. Then you again go for wedding, which is very, very expensive. So to some people, they just choose to cohabit. They just choose to let things just be in a simple manner, of which I'll put a disclaimer. I don't want anyone to walk on the street with what I'm going to say. If I love a girl and I really want to be with her, and then I walk into to their family and be like, I want to marry your daughter and I want to be with your daughter. If the family gives me the permission and my family agrees that, yes, this is official, you're a woman, and then, of course, you have to give some gifts like appreciation and stuff. I don't really see a reason as to why, in the context of the church, we have to say you're cohabiting. Yes, you're cohabiting, but I don't see it as being a very big sin because you have blessings from both parents and from both families. So, and also, when we're doing these programs, it's not like you're doing it, independently or secretly. Like some bodies are involved, there's some prayers held there, but we tend to put it that you have to be in front of the podium.
Yeah, people make that look as if you're doing something so evil.
Exactly. So in summary, I would say marriage is, in my view, marriage is still valued, but people don't rush it. People only rush it when they know there is a condition attached to it. Let me give an example. A friend of mine got married. He got a very high-paying job. Now, the girl he married is, pretty young still, school and everything. But the job he got, the relatives told him, you can't work in this job without getting married. You have to get married because we don't want you to be wasting money, resources and everything. Bro, we helped the bro to marry last year. And right now, the girl is still in school. She has started school.
Yeah.
But because the family said, if you're not married, you're going to waste resources and waste money. So, that's my solution.
Yibu, I love the fact that today this topic has kept you so quiet.
I'm not quiet. Actually, my mind was taken. You know me, I'm never quiet. Now, you see, I want to disagree with Cedric.
Okay.
First of all, on the examples he gave.
Mm-hmm.
The first examples he gave is like somebody who has not been in the US can actually give a visa. Those are two different things. I am someone who knows how to process visa. I am someone who has been to the US more than 5 times. Now, the issue is this. The knowledge you get when you're giving visa is a knowledge you acquire.
Exactly.
You are taught. You get. That means for you to start getting visa, you have the experience of how to do it.
Yeah.
Because you're not just going to wake up. You need to know how the code is going to be sent, how you're going to process to make the payment, and here and there. You get book the appointment. After all this, someone has to go for fingerprint. That is a knowledge. If I ask you, you're not going to tell me because you have never done it, right? But now when it comes to marriage, like Cedric is saying, why I'm saying I made a statement that we are discussing marriage, yet we are not married.
Yeah.
Somebody outside will look at us and be like, is this guy is married? Are these guys married? Because the experience they have is not what we have. The experience you get while in a relationship is different from the experience of someone who is married gets. You understand? So why am I saying, I'm not trying to disagree with the discussion we have. I'm trying to defend my statement of we are not married. Why? Because you don't have because staying with a girl in the house, that is not marriage. Where you don't have a child, that is not marriage. Well, yeah.
I mean, there are people who are married practically even in churches. They have kids.
Still, that is not marriage.
No.
I'm telling you, Cedric.
It's
to understand.
the difference is.
First, listen, Cedric. You see, when you are talking, we are quiet because we didn't want to make noise. When you talk and I talk, we are making noise. I'm a communication specialist.
Yes.
Okay.
You get?
Yes.
Understand that?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, what I'm trying to mean is, you said the word cohabiting. So, the point you're trying to bring is what is cohabiting. You get? Where you're not married, but you're together and you're having kids, you're cohabiting or co-parenting. You get? But you are not married. That's why you keep saying, I want to go and marry.
What is marriage?
You get?
I think we should first define that point.
So
Is marriage
You see, when you ask us now, Cedric, I want to bring you to the light. When you ask now that,
What is marriage?
What is marriage? Even the viewer, someone will scholar will say, so why are you guys discussing
Discussing
marriage if you don't know marriage? That means we came when we are not organized.
Okay, give the viewers the context of marriage.
You get? So what do I mean by the context of marriage? First of all, I do believe, like I stated last time in the previous podcast, that relationship. First of all, many people nowadays, the young people, think relationship is all about falling in love, having feelings and emotions with somebody, taking them out, drinking, coming back home, and having sex. It's not a relationship.
After sense is actually not the truth.
You get?
But it's part of the truth.
It is part of the
Yeah,
truth.
it's part of the
Yes.
truth. But
Unless you don't
people have
practice
the
it.
imagination that
You
that
get?
is the truth.
No, I know he's a criminal. He does. He practices it.
No.
You get? I'm supposed to call him my son-in-law, so I know what I'm talking about. This is my son-in-law.
Yes.
So when your father is talking, you don't even have the right to open your mouth and speak. Because you have my
But for
daughter.
the purpose of
You
for the
listen.
purpose of
No, whether in the
Allow me
church,
to
if I
talk.
sit next to you, you're not even supposed to look into my face.
I'm quiet now.
You get?
You're not a father-in-law. That guy is not married.
I am
Yes.
telling you facts.
You're not
I
married. That guy
know.
is not
Listen,
married.
he is not married, but there is a reason why he's keeping quiet, and you are the one talking.
You're going so
I'm
personal.
just
No, I'm not going
But-
personal. Cedric, listen. I'm not going personal. Okay, let's put that aside. Let us bring the context, what marriage is.
Yeah.
You get? Let us first seek for apology from viewers.
For Cedric.
To forgive for Cedric.
That is-
You
that
get?
is
What
Cedric.
no, because you said you're asking us that
No.
what is marriage?
Cedric.
Yet we're
Yes.
already discussing marriage.
Cedric, with your submissions,
Yes.
you were talking about expectations and reality and all that. Then it gets me to ask: do you think people just be in marriage to endure the situations, or it can be coming from a point of guys' fear to be alone? I don't know whether you've gotten.
There are many reasons as to why people go to marriages. Now, when you was talking about
Because I'm trying to pick this from your point where your friend just got a job and the next thing.
now
He was
there are
looking
many
himself.
there are many pressures that leads people to marriage. Now, everything we're discussing here, this acquired knowledge you have learned from people.
Yeah.
These are not things we have practically done. Now, starting with what I talked about, my friend. Others are pressure coming from families. I was in a family meeting about 1 week ago, and one of the persons in that family meeting was asked to get married. A gentleman in his 32. Now, because the family
Questions
feels,
arrived you.
the family feels it's important for him to get married because of societal issues or societal benefits. For example, you're a big boy in a big family and you don't have a wife. They look it as that's not being serious. Two, in the clan sector, they believe that the men are supposed to be the men when they have a woman. That's the only way they define a man, a real man. So if let's say you're in your 30s, they feel like this guy is just playing around, blah 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 stuff. But when you have a woman, they feel you actually have something to bring on the table. That is why people say, if let's say someone has a bicycle but is married, sitting and conversing with the men, and then you have your car, you have your Mercedes-Benz parked somewhere, you have no wife, they don't feel your value because they believe that a married person has more to life to handle than someone who is not married. And then secondly, there are, let me just keep the content, the quote of the Bible. When Paul said that if you can stay without a wife, please go ahead. But if you cannot manage, go ahead and what? And marry. Apostle Paul was not married. I don't know his lifestyle. I'm pretty sure he lived some life, but he wasn't married.
True.
Now with that, what Apostle Paul talked about is we have a lot of pleasures. We have a lot of, let me just be very blank, sexual pleasures that we do have. And then to some extent, normally people go there because people who has something to protect for tomorrow, they have a vision, they have a dream. They be like, I think it's not important every day to just looking for someone. You want to look for somebody to pass time and everything. Let me settle down and try to build a life. That could be the second reason. The third reason and the last one that I'll give is, bro, I have a girlfriend, okay? And I have seen the difference between someone being in a relationship that has value and someone just living out there. I'm someone who I'm a businessman, I'm a tech entrepreneur, and then I hold money passes through me, I pass money to people give me money. But since I've been dating, I've seen the difference in the kind of way I use money. It's not like the normal way where you don't care about anything. You don't even have anyone to comply to, you don't have anything. So to me, one of the reasons as to why I think marriage would be important to me is they say women can either break you or build you. Okay? So I see that to me a reason that I would want to marry is to see that I get that partner that really supports my growth. Because as me, I am growing, but with her, I can grow better.
Exactly. Thank you for that submission.
So,
So Tim, let me first hear from Tim. Tim,
Number one,
I want to ask you this. Yeah?
Ask me.
Do you think education among women, do you think it has affected marriage in any way?
Yeah, very well. Number one,
Give us your
If
submission.
you had said no,
no.
Give me your submission.
Yeah.
The thing
say
is,
no.
Even
number
if you
one,
say no.
I wouldn't want to date a person who is, they call them what? Woman what?
Woman manipulation.
No. There is
A feminist.
a feminist. That word. I would never want to marry a feminist. I've dated a feminist once in my life.
What is your understanding
Worst
of a
experience. A feminist is this kind of women who believe what a man can do, a woman can do better. That word is true, but someone who makes it flow in their life, and they are trying even to tell all the women around them, like, don't make that man treat you
Exactly.
like
So
this.
you think it's only education that
No.
brings
Number one, that thing is learned through education. Education can be going to school, can also be advice, can also be. It doesn't need you to have to be in class to learn certain things, but it is a more common behavior within educated women. That's why it looks like you can easily say education caused that, because the majority of people who are feminists are people from the ones who are educated. So a feminist woman, number one, believes that I can rent on my own. You get? Baganda call them Nachiyombekede, something like that. Like the ones who feel like I can do my own thing, where in their room they can host any boy, I don't need a man. They keep advising other girls to do the same thing. So number one, even if they go into a relationship, they never respect you. You'll be talking to them, correcting them, they stand back on your face.
it's like they have a rebellion against men.
Yeah,
Can I interject
they
with you
see
guys?
men
Can I
as
interject-
an enemy.
Can I interject with you guys? I don't believe educating women has really weakened marriage. My submission is women going to school, it has opened first of all their eyes. and their eyes being open, it has weakened the weak structures of marriage. To me, marriage is all about, feeling that imbalance, yeah, whereby, like you submitted earlier, you're a businessman, you cut money,
Yeah.
but now, since you have a woman, there's a way you feel. That is the kind of imbalance that marriage to me, I feel marriage is all about that. But when women go to school, they first of all learn how to be financially independent.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
one of it.
And all those are the weak foundations that marriage gets to be placed on. But the more someone gets the knowledge, trust me, they discover a lot of things, and that imbalance gets to be kicked out of the house. That's why now you're trying to say a woman can also wake up and say, I can pay the rent. It's just the men that are refusing to accept that. I feel that is where they get problems.
I want to ask you some question.
Yeah.
I want you to tell me something that it's still up to now in this generation, it's only men who can do and women can't do. Give me one thing that
If it comes to
It is only men.
if it comes to weight, if it comes to just weight, yeah, like carrying heavy stuff.
I mean accessibility.
There is.
There are women who will carry you and you can't carry
Let
them.
me tell you something.
Very strong.
Ivan.
No,
So I don't
it's
agree
about
with you.
strength.
Ivan, you guys, there is a way we are, it's like we don't know what we are discussing.
What do you mean?
No.
Because you're
Let's give
direction.
us your submission. What education?
I'm with Ivan on this. First time ever, beginning from last year, I'm with Ivan. Do you have your sisters in schools?
No, they are not in
Are
school.
you going to educate your daughters?
Very well.
So if you're going to educate your daughters, why are you against feminism?
Now, then you better listen.
First way,
You
I'm
listen,
still
because
talking.
what you're
Wait.
watching, you have not understood my perspective.
Remember, you're becoming a communicator. You need to know what is happening.
Exactly.
You don't be a fluker.
From-
You're not
from-
Cedric, you're not this.
From my side, that's why I'm communicating
Now,
better.
Nati, allow me to finish my statement.
Okay.
Pick it from me. Women going to school or a woman going to school is not a problem.
Yeah.
You get?
Nobody said it's a
That
problem.
yes, I'm still explaining.
Okay.
You get? First of all, you as a man, you come from deep in Lango. You will not manage to get the woman you have now if she had not gone to school to understand English. Why am I saying like this? Hi, I'm Cedric. I'm not saying you should say this here, but I'm telling you out of evidence that I have ever dated a lady where I don't understand Kiswahili, she does not understand English. For us to communicate, we have to go to Google
Google
Translate.
Translate.
So I know what I'm talking about. There is something called woman
What kept
emancipation.
you in that?
There is something called woman emancipation. You get it? All of the mere fact that, by the way, the only difference that makes women different from us men is a quote in the Bible where they say, women be submissive. True, because a man is your superior.
Yeah.
But that does not mean what you do as a man, a woman is not entitled to.
Yeah. Very true.
Are you getting it?
True.
Now, getting back to Cedric when he said St. Paul was not married. I was born in church, raised in church. That was a speculation. Because the Bible believed that his wife would have left him when he converted to Christianity. Nobody has the evidence that he was either
Yeah.
married or not.
That could
So
be
we
true.
can't tell
Tell.
whether he was married or not.
You.
Wait. You talk. You know, today I'm giving you guys the platform.
Yeah,
You
like
get-
today you're quiet.
I'm giving you guys the platform
Because
because
he
I'm here to correct where mistakes are coming. I'm an elder here.
You're not an elder. Elder finish, I correct
That's
you.
now this is the problem with you see your character is the reason why there are very many men women are leaving them because of trying to prove a point. You see, trying to prove a point is the why women are leaving us. Trying to prove a point is the reason why we are dying silently because we don't want to speak and open up.
Now,
So, Cedric,
Yes.
back to you. What would be your say when you tell you about marriage and wedding in this generation?
As I said earlier, I said something, I'm going to repeat the same thing I've said, which might be a bit contradicting. And I know you will react on it in a different way. When you talk about marriage, in Africa or in Lango, we have like 3 phases. I think the first 2 phases is leading you to the final stage. I think the wedding is what they call marriage. To me, I think wedding is marriage.
Yeah.
You know, because the reason why I asked that question is if you talk to somebody what is marriage, someone will be asking, okay, I've already done my introduction. I mean, first visit around Kuchala is done, so I'm married, and they stop there. And then the next stage, someone goes for introduction. That's the traditional marriage or whatever it is. They also call it marriage, Kwanjula, whatever it is. So then the third one is the wedding. So to me, I would say that wedding is a good thing, and I love the Bible. I follow what's in the Bible, and I have not practically seen. Could be it's there. I've not practically seen yet in the Bible where it's indicated.
So if wedding disappeared, do you see marriage happening?
I think yes.
If wedding disappeared,
Yes.
I'm helping Cedric. I'm with Cedric on this.
Exactly.
I'm with Cedric on this.
Because in the Bible, I don't know what Hebrew word or the Greek word they've used to define wedding, but a woman shall leave her family and goes to a man's home and shall be blessed. Now, there is nothing like a wedding has to be taken to a big altar or whatever it is. Back in the days, remember when Isaac wanted a wife and his mother had died. He got a wife. He actually didn't date. He didn't go through this process. We go through.
Yeah.
For him, they said, they just send a servant. You go there and you find the woman next to the well, the one who gives you water, is actually the actual wife for my son. I wish those things could happen today.
You see my submission about wedding and marriage. I've always given this a thought, and every time I be internalizing it, I find that this generation believes so much in wedding compared to like more than marriage. How?
The white wedding
and marriage. I think
the white wedding, the white one.
Marriage is so full of character. Marriage is having a very big thing packaged around it. It's to me, wedding is full of just validation,
Going to church.
social proof.
Yeah.
You want to show off. Yeah, and that is what I feel most people actually women, by the way. Women demand it more than even
It is
men.
more
It is
beneficial
the
on
women.
their side.
It's the women.
It's
Why?
more beneficial on
It's
their
just
side.
because of the validation that I'm looking at,
Yeah.
talking about. It's just because of the that social proof you want to show to your friend. But the character now that will make the marriage to stand is what fails most of them. And you find a lot of guys are wearing the ring, their wedding, but maintaining the marriage is something that is completely not there. So to me, I think guys of this generation are more into wedding. They don't even know the structures of marriage.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Wedding is what we copied from the whites.
Exactly.
True.
Thank you.
True.
And that's the only thing they do.
And that's
Now.
what people want.
The introduction, for us we call it introduction, which in Buganda they call it Kwanjula. It's actually what the whites do and they call it wedding.
Exactly.
When you go to Europe, you find a woman straight to wedding.
I'm feeling your car.
You've got to do it.
You know the person
Why
saying
can't you say
fuel in
that?
my car doesn't even know the consumption of it. So anyway,
No,
that's
but
by
it's
the way.
really,
That's
it's
an
really,
interview.
it's really
Yes.
inferior.
You know, I always prefer let him put it here.
It's going to
So that
put it
viewers,
here.
no, I don't want speculations where
no,
he
it's fun,
says,
it's
said we
fun.
gave him fuel.
It's fun. Nowadays
No.
people don't move with
Yeah,
cash.
we'll go with car. Actually,
It's
I
a
have
businessman.
Viewers,
It's a businessman.
anything you have had here but you have not seen, just
No.
have faith but don't believe. So I was still telling you, my fellow young people, what we need to understand about marriage. You know, this is a very heavy topic. I wish we actually had a religious leader here
Yes. Next
Yeah,
time.
Cultural
next time
leader
we
here.
should.
to advise.
True.
Because all of us who are discussing this, we are blind. All of us, we are actually doing the total opposite of what marriage is. You get? Why? He's single.
My time has just not reached.
He's cohabiting. You are cohabiting. You see?
What about you?
What about you?
No, I am getting married.
Currently, what are you
I'm
doing?
being honest, I am getting married.
Even me, I'm
Maybe you're
getting
getting
married. Currently, what are you doing?
You guys, there's very submissive. The reason why, first of all, I'm giving you all the time is because I need to balance you and my wife.
You've just started here.
And then you get out, go and continue with your wife.
You would just say that.
Ivan, first of all, why is he scratching his head?
He's balancing us with his wife.
No, I'm trying to think. Earlier on, you told the viewers that
Wait.
I'm with your daughter.
Wait.
Now you're pointing out that I'm single.
Single.
No.
So what are you really up to? Are you really
Because
just-
you're not married yet.
That guy is spoiling your
You might-
marriage.
Okay, we're single. We're single.
No,
We're all single.
We're single. Even you, you're
you
single.
guys,
for
you
now.
don't go and speak with evidence. I can decide to open my head here.
Okay, let's
What is
continue.
it today?
No, you see them viewers? So, okay, interlude done. Back to business. So, when we talk about marriage, you might be dating a girl, but you don't see a wife in her. You get? You might be dating somebody, but you're just living a million because that is the time. For now, that is what God has put in your hand.
Not what you
You
have put
get?
in your hand.
Not what you have put in your hand.
You're telling yourself. You're telling yourself that the day.
No, me, I'm very contented because me, I'm ready to settle. You saw my woman, right? I am very ready
I've
to.
seen very many. I've
Exactly.
seen more than
No,
one.
don't
Which
say
one?
you have seen more than
Which
one.
one?
I have one woman
What's the name?
Which one?
because I am a public figure. I'm keeping her out of media. She does not even know media things. So let me give her she has the right of privacy. You get?
I agree with you.
You get?
Okay, tell us our mother's name anyway.
So, no, I have one woman. And by the way, my woman is my tribe mate. I don't want to talk about things to do with culture
So
because
it's
it might affect you. So, and you, better zip up.
About.
Me and Cedric, we are safe.
I'm
Because
also
we have
sad.
women from the north.
I'm also
So
sad.
if you're
So if you
somebody
don't have-
don't close your eyes for me, wait. We are here to tell truth and facts. So if you have a Muganda somewhere, I want today you're finished. Post this video. We first of
Post
all,
the video.
We are-
If you say you're dating a Muganda, yet you have a lango.
Yes.
Yes, say it.
I have a langi.
Yes.
You have a langi.
Yes.
Say yes.
Yes.
I have a langi.
I have a
No. Say yes. I have a langi.
Yes, I have a langi.
What do you have?
A Muganda.
Is your wife a Muganda? Wait, madam.
Your wife is one.
We want someone.
Hey, no.
Okay, let's continue.
Comment deleted.
I don't expect you to be coming to my side.
You feel attacked.
No, I don't feel attacked. I'm ready for you.
Ask him that question.
You can ask me.
Guys, we are live. We are live.
Now, so this is what I'm saying. You see, as the young people, we need to understand. First of all of us seated here, you, me, him, and that one, we are all misplaced. We don't belong. This too belongs to the central part of Uganda because Kampala has never been the center of Uganda. The center
The
of
center of Uganda is
in
Malta.
Malta.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
So why
That's
are you saying
central.
who? You're not even
He has
sure where you
less
come from.
information
No.
about where he comes from.
Can I even tell you the central part of Uganda in
So why
Amodata?
were you saying who? What was the purpose?
No, I heard you say
I've never been to Amodata,
two of you here. Something like that. That's why I was like, who are you meaning of the two?
Oh.
You and him, your sharp, your head has helped you. I would have fired you. So, another thing, my brother Tim, another thing I have to tell you. You see in Kampala, first of all, 75% of the girls are single mothers.
Yeah, true.
Why? Because of trying to prove a point, just like I've told you. And then 95% of married couples in Kampala are married to wrong partners. Whether you like it or not.
Very true.
You don't know
Not
how
even
many,
only in Kampala, man.
you don't know how many men are struggling to pay rent in Munyonyo or 4 million just to impress a woman. But we are failing to understand that when you say, I have found my soulmate, that's a very heavy statement to use. Soulmate is not just any girl. It's not. A moment you find that you have a girl where she's just aside for 10 minutes and you feel your heart is not settled, that is not your soulmate because they are not connected.
Yeah. Even if she's far away, she's strong.
Even if she's far away, you get. If you still have a girl you're looking at as a woman, you're going to marry, and you're going to go down as a man, and she will tell you, if you don't make money, I'm leaving you. You leave her before she leaves you.
Exit.
I know it depends, but that's the truth. Go. Because first of all, why should this is? I know many girls take this as being stingy.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't work for anybody. I work for myself. You can't call me stingy because I've not given you the 50,000 that you don't have. I should not be the first option.
And you're not
As
entitled.
long as your father or mother does not know me, you shouldn't accuse me. Go back and ask your father and mother. This is where we are going wrong. Do you know how many men, someone comes to sleep, the head is up.
He's thinking about
Just because he has to work hard to keep something brown with empty head next to him. Something that cannot save you slightly. And you say, I want to marry. That's why I was telling Cedric before that there is a difference between a lady and a wife.
So you, the 95% of guys who are married but with wrong people, are you trying to say it majorly comes from the
It's
Before
because-
you answer, let me let the viewers, when you talked about because you're trying to keep something brown, I don't want someone to get in the wrong way, because a lot of us, we try to run for the brown girls. That's why he made that point.
Yeah, I know. I
Yeah,
said
so
that
the
because
brown girls
the
should not
black
feel
guys
bad.
from the north.
Yes.
When we see brown thigh, we almost die.
I don't know where that excitement comes from, but
You should be knowing.
No, and let me tell you, don't accuse this for northern guys. Check everywhere,
Ever since-
even the girls themselves
Now,
with the brown
for my
men,
brother
even the
Tim,
brown ones.
For my brother Tim has a brown woman. But trust me, the way that girl has treated us, I have no doubt she's a wife. Unless there is something we don't know that you know in your heart. And by the time you'll be able to tell us that, then you're not man enough. If you tell us our weaknesses, you are not man enough.
Yes.
so I was still telling you with this wrong statistics of guys.
And I know you
who
one
have
is
married-
smiling
who
from
have-
inside.
Guys who have married wrong partners. Does that mean both genders want security but define it differently?
The problem that is facing us men, I'm repeating this, we marry the women we love. If you want to settle in a family,
Yeah.
Marry the one who
a
loves you.
woman that loves you.
That's
Remember, when you fall sick and in your old age, it is only that woman who is going to bathe you and do a little, clean your feces and do things of yours. You don't expect your mother to come and start undressing you, what, you get?
Yeah.
Of course they can do, but they expect your wife.
To do that.
Do that, yes.
That's why as a man, you're advised to marry a lady younger than you, because ladies grow old faster than
The
men.
The men.
And the maturity in the brain, they say.
Exactly, yes. By the way, you're a graduate, fully working, but a girl in senior 6 knows things to do with relationship more than
Senior
you.
4.
You get?
Senior six is actually high.
They know. The only problem is there are some men who are rich and responsible. They have families, but very dumb and dense in their mind. You have a daughter at home. You know, I speak this with no shame. Go to clubs. For you're a singer, you go. That is where business takes you. I'm not saying you go to do bad, stupid things. Go to bars. You're going to see a man, very old, with a girl equivalent to the age
For the
of the
granddaughter.
last
The
one
daughter,
at home.
yeah.
Wherever.
And you, as a man, you carry your beard with your belly, which is full of marwa, and you go and lay on somebody's daughter that is young, just because there is poverty in that family, or because there is a girl that has been influenced by bad groups to sleep with you for selfish
Just
benefit.
because
Yes.
the girl knows less and you're trying to use that
If you are,
opportunity.
so why you have to, you know, this is something men need to understand, and I pray none of us should do this. None of us should. I know we have different destinations. You might be a minister, you might be a doctor, you might be who.
I'm already
But I will always
I'm
need
already
to tell you
doctor.
facts
I'm
with
already
your man.
doctor. I'm already
You get?
doctor. If you
You're
say-
a pharmacist. You cannot do operation. You get? You man, you're starting with me. So, what we need to understand as men is, first of all, for us to assume to ourselves that we are the good men
Yeah.
we are portraying to be, let us fight this out. You have friends who are old and married, but they have small girls. Tell them off. Spoil the relationship. Tell the girl that guy is married. If possible, even report to the wife.
How about you talk to the guy first?
They will not understand. I'm telling you, I'm a guy. They will not understand. First, report to the wife of that woman that your wife with your man is cheating. I'm telling you, The man might hate you, but you would have saved a woman and the future of children.
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah.
That's where saving or helping doesn't mean you only have to give, but sending a message. That is why when Jesus came sending strong messages, even some religious leaders came to kill him because he was spoiling what they
Deals, the deals they used to do.
So spoil if Jesus could be killed.
So do you believe in brocades?
Me,
Broccoli.
I believe in broccoli as long as it is good.
Article 86.
Cedric here, Cedric here is a witness.
Yeah.
I take him like my brother. You get? And I always tell him, bro, the things you do, honestly, they are not legit. I'll call him and tell him, you know what, this and this, stop it. He knows. It's my friend. You get? But I know how to handle. Why? Because we have different exposure. I know when I die, the person who can replace my position and have the knowledge that I have is who? Is Cedric.
Cedric.
I'm not trying to undermine Lao, but I've only so far seen one. I know they don't want the truth, but it is me. And who? If the others show me,
Are you meaning you're the wisest in Lamo?
I'm not saying it's the wisest, but for now I am because I'm the only young one seen.
The only
That's
young
why you
one
started
seen.
dancing to my music when you were young. The last time when we came here, what statement did you
Point
say?
of information, I did
Wait,
dance to
there is
your
no
music.
point of information
I
here.
was just on the same
Wait.
stage to perform with you when you were big and I was an upcoming.
Exactly. That's a sign that I was your superior.
Yes. Okay.
So,
Challenge.
Yes.
there's this here.
Yes.
Bro code.
Do you what is your say when it comes to modern relationship seeking benefits compared to the discipline and the structures that marriage is supposed to be coming with?
Well, to me, what I see is, honestly, there are so many standards that the internet has set about relationships right now. And going back to what Yubo has said, we need to have a cultural leader and these church leaders to sit here and just have a conversation, because when you talk about wedding, we already have our traditional marriage, which is wedding for us.
True.
But the whites had to come with another English to say wedding. And for them, they don't do any cultural thing, they don't do any kind of traditional stuff, and all they do is wedding. But for us here, we wed, I would say we wed 3 times. You have to wed in the first visit, you have to wed in traditional marriage, you have to wed in church,
Yes.
which we could consolidate all the things to be in what we Africans we used to do back then. So to me, I feel the exposure to internet and Western life has made relationships to be very commercial and it's very transactional. In a way that, someone wants to benefit because they see someone with money, they see someone who has a bit of resources, someone who has a name, and it's worse for you guys who are always on stage. You're a singer, you're an artist and everything, because they want people who are in the spotlights. Now, if we don't see, because to me, the first thing I would say, it's about character. Now, I want to bring a point that was said earlier on about feminism and everything. Now, I'll give an example. As a man, let's say I stopped in senior 4, and truth be told, education is very, very important because it exposes your level of thinking.
Yeah.
And someone says exposure stops you from being proud of stupid things. Now, if you're a man who probably stopped in senior 4 and your lady has a PhD, that woman has gone through a lot of experience in school, like learned from different things and everything like that. It takes character. For number one, for that woman to respect you, for her to be submissive to you, because one, her reasoning capacity is different from yours.
True.
Because of the exposure she has, the people she has met, the lectures she has been in, she reasons deep. She knows what happened in Germany. She knows what happened in Napoleon. She knows what, for you know your village elders, how it operates. You know your senior 4 OBs and OGs and stuff. That's all you know. Now, if that woman doesn't have the right character to know that if the Bible says, sorry for the people who are Muslim, this is something, these are basic skills. I would say basics, general paper. Be submissive to your husband. Now, if she's not willing to submissive doesn't mean that if a woman has money, she should not go and pay rent. If she has the money, why can't she pay the rent? If she has this, why can't she buy a car? Let her do it. But not the things of saying, what a man can do, a woman can do. That one we have agreed that it is possible. But not to go beyond that and start using it as and abuse or overriding his power or superiority of being a man, there is no debate about a woman and a man. A woman is below the man in the marriage. There is no, even if you have PhD, there's a minister, not a minister, she works in one big arm of government. She said when she goes home, she's that housewife. And a lot of people get it wrong when you say housewife.
Yeah.
They think it's an abuse. No, it's a very big, in my language we say mean ought. Mean ought means the body, like the one in charge of everything. So to me, number one, character is what really stands up, because irrespective of the modern structure of things, how the internet puts things, someone needs to be proposed to maybe in a hotel, and you see a lot of people getting frustration online.
Yeah.
Because of trying to copy what the world is setting. And which is true, we're not going to run away from it, because we are in the modern setup. But we should learn. I wrote a book about character.
Yeah.
I wrote a book about character. It has two versions. And to me, there's a statement that I say, a person with a good talent should be praised than someone with understanding character, because talent is to some extent a gift. I mean, a person with a good character must be praised than someone even with a very big talent, because talent is a gift. It's given to you. You just go to school to nurture your talent. You don't go to school to find it. But character, you build it every day, every single day. You learn that, yes, this is what is happening. So and so is giving a cup to his child in school. I don't have to be under that pressure. You have to live within the means. And I want to tell to the ladies that men go through a lot. Because a man, as you would say, a man is out there seated. That bro is thinking, Valentine is coming. What am I going to do for my girl? His mother is there in the village. Someone is here hustling in Kampala and trying to make her life neat. But he's trying to cope up. What am I going to do for my woman? And the woman is on the receiving side. So I see that the ladies need to reduce the kind of pressure they exert on men, especially if they love them. But in most cases, they just want to exploit. It's a very transactional relationship.
Can I tell you something about that same point?
Yeah.
If what you have said, I really actually agree with you like to 99%. But I think the root cause of all these things, there are very many women out there and girls who are exploiting the men who show interest in them, not because they intentionally would want to.
Yeah.
You see all these girls who are trying to do transactions in a relationship, deep in their heart they want to be a good wife. Deep in their heart they want to settle their life being a submissive woman. But one thing that has caused this, number one, is exposure. And how has exposure caused this? There is it comes with a strong desire of wanting to compare yourself to match your standard. You're going to see that every time you scroll on TikTok, you're seeing there is girls are wearing this t-shirt which has 69 in front, and you're seeing almost every girl has worn it. And you also see it in a boutique. You will come to your guy, and if he can't afford, you will try to find ways of any guy who stops you on the line and be like, this one I can pull money from and I can get the other shirt. So that cycle in biology we call that a sense of belonging. Like you would want to fit in. Like everybody is just trying to feel like I'm now part of this something.
So to you, marriage is no longer survival.
Marriage,
It is a
number
choice.
one,
It's a choice that requires-
to ladies, it is a form of a survival method.
which in actual
Yeah, so some people use marriage as a way of running away from
My brother.
poverty from their home.
You should say this. When you say to ladies, it's a wrong statement. Because not all ladies.
Okay,
Yeah,
you're right.
Some
To
extent.
most,
Some, yeah,
to
some
most,
Yeah.
majority.
No,
No, wait,
that is
you
a
can
side that is
give-
not yet there.
Yes, you can give maybe I would say maybe 60% in my way, because we don't have a practical evidence that
Yeah,
that's what
true.
we're carrying- yeah.
Let's not push the
So that
ladies
we
to
don't put
afford.
them at a
You get? Because if there was a lady here by now, we would be mashed up properly.
yes,
I'm being honest, we will be mashed up properly.
yes.
So our lovely viewers, according to this discussion, marriage is not yet dead.
No,
We
It's
still have
not yet
hope.
dead.
no.
Marriage is not dead. The only thing we as men can do to make the marriage work. Now, let me give you guys.
Actually, I want all of us here to give solid advice
No.
as to why you think
To
marriage
me,
is
I
not
have
yet dead.
managed to train my girl to be the kind of a woman I want. First of all, I started believing that I can make her the kind of a woman I want.
Yeah.
That is one. Then two, I notice that I can only know the kind of a father, a husband, a man I'm going to be in future by seeing what kind of a girl I am dating now. You get? Then two, you need, does that person knows church? You understand, you also have to understand the religion of the person.
Yeah.
And then you need to understand the culture
True.
of the person. If the culture is different from your culture, then there is a chance that you might struggle to fit in the other culture. You get? Put that aside. Then the other option, the other thing is you need to look at the cycle of that girl. And then also to be a good man, you don't have to be too self-centered. You don't have to always think about yourself. You need to think that there is life outside a relationship.
Yes.
You get? You need to understand that a girl accepting to be with you does not mean you fully own her. She also has a life.
She has
to live. She also has her friends to be with.
Yeah.
You can't be accusing her all the time because of having male friends, because you do have female friends. You get?
And actually, let me give you an example.
It takes heart to be such a man. It takes heart. Because there are friends to your girlfriends that do care about your girlfriend more than you do.
And you found your girlfriend because of those friends.
You get? Yes.
You'll be like, it's okay.
You
He was a
understand?
good man.
No,
you're testing out.
So Cedric, what is your submission?
No, let me finish
Yeah,
my
please,
submission.
please, finish.
Let me finish. You get? Now, when you look at that, you need to sit down on a round table. There is a time for talking. Now, you can't talk to your woman when you're all making love. Automatically, you know the whole answer will be yes. You get? The best time, you can actually understand the true character of a woman when she's annoyed. You can't understand a woman because there is a way God has built the women. God has known that He has not given them all that He has given men, but He has made them wiser than us. So ladies can easily calculate you. And a woman you have put in your house knows when to kill you and when to leave you. Because she feeds you. She knows what you eat. She washes your clothes. She knows all your programs. The time you come back home with your friends, and don't think they don't screen, they scan amongst your friends the most dangerous ones. I'm telling you. And then also another thing they do, listen to people who are committed. Ladies, out of your friends, there is always either one or two they have feelings for. So it takes heart for that woman to submit to you. And then you have to always try, tell your girls, don't befriend the friends to your girlfriends to avoid rumors. You need to understand the life of girls. It's about competition. That's why even you can see from home, from your own mother, let's be honest. If another woman is passing undressed, you will see them looking at that person at least for more than 1 minute. That's a sense of something. You understand? We are not dealing with some people, a gender that does not know what they are doing. We are actually dealing with gender that know us more than we know them. And they even know us more than we know ourselves. You get? So, if you're looking at that woman, you really need to, because marriage is you see a wedding ring is the smallest handcuff. So, if an handcuff, if you're going for life in prison, you have to be very careful in choosing your prison partner, who you're going to live with in prison.
Yeah.
If you choose a killer, automatically you will die. You will not serve all your sentence. Then you will have your life imprisonment. Then you also have to think outside the box. That why, for example, in Kampala, all the rentals are owned by landladies. What have happened to the husbands? What has happened?
Let's not go into that.
No.
I don't know where you have to drive
No.
this, but that sounds
Listen,
so
don't act
controversial.
like you're
So where
not-
do you think the men went
You
to?
get, no. I'm not saying anything against that. But
No, but since you have done research,
I'm not giving out this information for your consumption, but for someone outside who understands. The boy might have already affected the family or a particular group of people. So if you have fear of hurting them out,
to me, I think with what you just said, I think women are just good at collecting debts.
it's not collecting debts.
That's why they are
When
very
you say collecting debts are very small, that's undermining the strength of a woman.
No, they're good at following things to the
Okay,
doctor.
they're good with finances.
Exactly.
So there are women who are actually not good at finances.
But
A woman that can drain you is not good at finances. She does not have financial discipline. And if you're a man that you see a woman and you lose your economic temper, you're not ready.
So let's hear from Cedric.
Okay, thank you. So to me, when you were speaking, I had 5 points, and you made all of them to disappear. I was paying attention to these points. You know, he always has a lot of points. But to me, to anybody out there that is trying to get into this space of marriage and everything, number one, women are blessing, you know. That's why the Bible says, he who finds a woman finds a good thing. There's nothing like in the Bible that says, he who finds a man. It's the man who finds the woman. And when we find women, we should not just look at beauty is important. To me, they said beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder.
Yeah.
Now to me, beauty lies in the eyes of me and in the eyes of my friends, one or two. I mean, I need to have a woman now.
Oh, sorry, why is this tear rolling?
Sorry, I mean, it's okay. So I need to have a wife that I can present to my friends, because you know the society has lots of reception ability. So I would choose a woman of character, because character is a very powerful thing. It's a summation of traits, values, and finances, resources, and everything. Someone who's able to absorb things coming on your side, because if you get a woman that blows words after words and everything, it's just not going to work out. So to me, I would sum everything that character is really, really special. Then secondly, we talked about the spiritual aspect of that person. Be it she's a Muslim, she's a Christian, she's Buddhism, or whatever it is. Make sure the values she believes, or the spiritual beings she believes in, aligns with you. Because if it's totally different, it's very abstract, you're not going to agree on a lot of things. In Africa, 2 things that really breaks Africa the most is religion and culture. I mean, people are so adaptive, tribalism and everything, and then religion. In the same, Chinese are building this, inventing what? First we are looking at, we are focusing on when am I going to heaven? You know, so people are very adaptive to their spiritual being than personal growth. So I would say that someone who aligns to that kind of life is very important. And then thirdly, I would say that don't rush into marriage because you've seen people who are married, they're doing well. I mean, all the things are different. If I see him very successful in it, I have to learn from that. But not I have to fluke myself into because I feel it's the best thing to do. Learn from people. You know, listen to people who have been there, because they say marriage is hard. That's what a lot of people do say. And it is. It is. I've never been there, but it's based on what we hear. It is, but it's a good thing to be part.
Yeah.
And then transactional marriage is good. It's also bad. When they say love is an action, I go back to a scripture which might be relevant to compare to this. There's a very famous verse in the Bible, John 3:16, that says, "For God's you can you complete that verse?"
That what?
John 3:16.
That what?
For God so loved the world
That he gave his only begotten son.
that whoever believes in him should not perish but have eternal life. Now, why did I bring
Not
this
should
verse?
not, shall not.
Shall not, yes. Now, why did I bring? No, you was a pastor. Why did I bring this verse? I brought this verse to back up my statement that says love is not just a feeling; it's an action. Now, when God really loved us, He loved the world, He loved the people who are by then. But because of the mistake that happened, He just did not look at it. He did not just say, "Okay, I have given you what." He sent His Son Jesus. Like He acted upon the love to show us that I really love you. And to me, if a girl claims that she loves me, I have to see it in action. I don't know. A man doesn't need to buy gifts for you every day. What are you also?
Repeat that statement.
What? If a girl really loves me, I need to see it in action. It's a transactional relationship where I feel the sense and I feel the physical touch of your love. You feel the physical touch of my love. That is why we go to church, we serve, lots of us don't get paid when we serve in church, but there's stuff for the church as well. So transactional relationship is very important because as a man, men need to be loved. Bro, buy that man a gift. We're not metals, we're not stuff.
Please,
We love it.
please. I know your woman does it for you.
So listen.
We have
listen.
grown
No, but that's the truth. I mean, okay, let me not say it, but the transactional part is very important, but it should not be the other side that because the money is ahead, they don't deserve to have the right, the right of feeling loved, feeling treasured. It should not be. I know ladies are receivers. Someone said you give a woman, a word, she gives you a paragraph. You give a paragraph, she writes you a book. You give her a book, you have an encyclopedia. You give her a little sperm, you have a baby. So I would say that, lastly, culture is very important in marriage, especially in Africa. Now, in European countries, in the West, in America, they have like 1 or 2 cultures. The Spanish and then, the Englishmen and stuff. So it's not a big diversity. They understand. So if you don't understand how culture operates, how that person perceives many things, it is going to be tricky. I've seen families where the lady is maybe from Lira, the husband is from Hua, and things are different. This is how we do our thing. This is how we do our thing. So if you don't take up that good time to really compile and then consolidate what you're good at, it gets tricky. I think that's all I can say.
Tim, take us through your submission.
Guys, I've said lots of things.
Just one last one for the viewers.
I don't even know exactly.
This topic is too big. You
It's
think
big.
it's- the man is sweating.
Yes,
Anyway,
is that really-
marriage is number one, something that I consider beautiful, something that I would consider something that I consider beautiful, something that I would say that it is something that I would advise it to have a continuity with the generations increasing. Though it has its ups and downs, we may not be able to, no matter how much we dive into this debate, we may not be able to control the bad side of it or even increase the percentage of the good sides of it. But sometimes as both men and women, we need to learn to play our way around within marriage. And then there are really certain things that may never be changed.
Yeah.
May never, whether we like it or not, that's how things are done, that's how the world has coped up with it, and the world will end like that. Yeah, so my last submission, I think I'll just advise men to get wiser, work harder. You're most respected when you have money.
True.
That's the fact.
I don't have money, but I'm respected.
Most, you said most. Yeah.
And we doubt whether you're respected.
I am.
Who can believe? Maybe you're
So even
speculating.
you respect me.
Back to
Don't
me.
you?
Yes.
Back to
No,
me.
Yeah, you respect me.
No,
Don't you?
no, it's not about arguing. Do you respect me or not?
I respect everyone in this room, which I hope you should be
What kind of
respecting us back.
respect do you
Yes.
give everyone for yourself?
No, you
You
should
feel he's not respecting you well enough?
You don't qualify to shake this table. Please.
No, that's not.
I don't deserve that table.
That is not
I don't deserve that table. I don't
Which
deserve
table?
that table that you've just talked to. I don't
Because for
deserve
your
to be
single
there.
and for us,
But I think all of us here, we can be graded the same. At least we have
Yeah.
someone we are seeing, right?
Yes.
we can't consider you like us because we already cohabiting. For us, we are not yet.
My brother is also cohabiting.
No.
So, guys,